A slice is a region of an array or vector that can be any length. Slices cannot be stored directly into variables or passed as function arguments. So let's start off by creating our first slice, and I'm going to continue off the vector example we had in the last lecture. So we're going to say let SV, and S is for slice, a reference of type I32 equals a reference to the vector we created above. So now I know I said that we cannot store slices directly into a variable, and that's not what we're doing here. So what we're actually doing is we are pointing the variable to the address in memory where the slice starts. So currently we're pointing SV to where our slice starts, and our slice in this case is going to be all of the vector we created above, and that reference to the slice is called a fat pointer, which is a two-word value comprising a pointer of the slice's first element and the number of elements in the slice. So now let's just go ahead and print out the vector above. And then let's go down here and let's print out our slice. So you can see they're the same exact thing because we are pointing to the entire vector as our slice. But if I wanted to, I could point to, let's say, elements 2 to 4. And now you can see that's exactly what I get. I get only 2 and 3 now. So we have created our first slice. So the SV variable is going to point directly to the data in vector V, and it is going to be a non-owning reference. And references and ownership, we will all get to that a little later in this course. So if it doesn't make sense right now, that's okay. I just want to introduce some of these concepts to you. That way, when we get to that point in the lectures, it's not a brand new introduction. So continuing on a little bit more about what references are. An ordinary reference is a non-owning pointer to a single value, but a reference to a slice is a non-owning pointer to a range of consecutive values. So again, a ordinary reference points to a single value, whereas a slice points to a range of consecutive values, both of which are non-owning. So what are slice references good for? Well, when you want to write a function that operates on either an array or a vector, that is when you want to use a slice. So again, if this didn't make complete sense, it will when we get a little later on into lectures. It is just something that I wanted to introduce to you prior to getting into strings, which I will begin talking about in the next lecture.